We are live.
Raven, the GS,
Sam, the legend behind the techie.
we are live. You guys are such artists. Guys, welcome. This is our Cyber Nerds Thor Ragnarok.
Guys, this is the Thor Ragnarok review.
Ragnarok.
I'm Joe, one third of the Cyber Nerds.
I'm Brave, your GS.
I'm Sam, Mr. Blitztech.
And it's a lot. It's a lot. I guess we're still in that funny phase since pretty much this movie was funny.
So you want to start with the positives? I'll start with the positives.
Go on.
So what I liked about this movie and what stood out the most for me was Tessa Valkyrie.
Tessa Thompson.
Tessa Thompson, thank you very much. She was badass.
She's buff.
That too. She stole the show time she was on the screen. She threw out all the female archetypes out the window. When stuff was going down, she knew how to throw down at the same time. She knew how to do the quick quiffs back. Like, she didn't stand for no F's. Like, she was, I liked her a lot. She was nice, real nice.
She was very cool character. Typical warrior, yeah. Typical warrior. Her beef was solid. I like her when she was fighting, little attitude, but to me she wasn't the number one. But back to you, Joe.
Positives.
No, on her. We're talking about her right now.
Her?
Yeah.
She's a cool character. She's alright. She's buff. You get me?
I think that's all man cares, isn't it? Alright, cool. You wanna go on this one?
What?
Like your
my positives.
Like, I mean,
are we just talking about characters right now?
Well, he started. He started off with his positive, and what was his highlight? I guess so. I guess that's
my highlight of the movie. My highlight of the movie is Hulk. Now, I thought there'd be way more Hulk in the movie than there is, but I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I feel like you got a good amount of Hulk for a Thor movie. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Hulk was 100% a supporting cast member. But I feel like in this movie, you learn more about Hulk than we have in every other movie except for the Edward Norton Incredible Hulk movie. So, like, that for me is a big thing. You also learn, like, just more about Bruce Banner, like, do you know what I'm saying? Who he is, how he reacts to certain scenarios. And you learn about Hulk, who Hulk is as a person, not just as a big green, I destroy things monster. Do you get what I'm saying? Oh, you guys, bear in mind there will be no spoilers in this. We will talk about scenarios vaguely, but there will be no spoilers. So Hulk for me was everything. Yeah, like he was worth the price of admission.
I have to agree with you 1000%. As for someone not really into the Hulk character, I enjoyed his character thoroughly throughout the whole movie. From the beginning to the end, it was a madness. It was funny, it was brutal when it came down to it. Hands down to Hulk in this movie. And there's nothing else to add to it because you already said everything.
Yeah, man, I think there's other characters there were lots of good characters in the movie.
Yeah, we can move on to the next guy as well.
Yeah, there's other good characters in the movie. So Tessa Thompson was pretty legit as the last Valkyrie soldier.
The villain, like, come on now. Is it Kate Blanchett?
Kate Blanchett.
Yeah. As come on now, like, Marvel struggle with their villains, but for me, she was kind of really compelling. Kind of knew where she was coming from at the same time. It's like, I thought she did pretty well. I like the way she come across too.
What is good is when you watch this movie, guys. If you're gonna watch this movie, you will, like, they did a very smart thing with how they introduce her and how they give her instant instant history, instant, like, they make her important even though you've never seen her before. And that is something that is, one, is hard to do in movies, and B, that Marvel did very smartly to make this villain not feel like just a throwaway villain. Do you know what I'm saying? But what I would say is they did try the exact same thing in Thor 2 with Malekith, and it didn't work at all. So also, I'm going to give them big props for trying the same thing again and having it work this time. So that was legit.
One, I don't remember Thor 2. I really don't. So I can't keep up with the point you just made. But nevertheless, big props. We got engaged with her from the get-go. History, where she was coming from, how it ended with her. And again, she was brutal. Not beastly. I think after Hulk, she's my next. She's next in line. I mean, she went in both the way she just took on the role of who she was. Again, I'm trying to really hold back so I'm not giving any spoilers, and it's really hard to do this non-spoiler review. But yeah, man, surprisingly, villain was very good.
Yeah, because like her on-screen presence alone, every time she was on screen, you knew something was gonna go down. And it's just the way she carried herself was, you could just tell she was menacing, even though she was quite elegant at the same time.
Yeah, man,
That's quite scary.
She was just about it. She was just about it. The way she walked, the way she spoke.
She just went business all the time.
And again, this is so tough to do, man. I don't even know how we're gonna get through this review, but it went back to how warriors from Asgard really are. And although they've taken a different direction to this movie, she stayed as a warrior, like the way they really are. And I'm really pleased they did that.
I want to get away from like characters right now. I've got another thing that I think is really positive about this movie is the tone. Now, there might be an issue with one part of the tone later when we get to negatives for me, but I think generally what they did very well was bounce from humour to serious to serious to humour to serious. Like even though it is a very funny movie, it is also emotionally compelling at the points it needs to be. Yeah. Like there's points where you're like, wow, this just touched my heart and I didn't expect it to. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And what's even better about that is it comes 2 seconds after someone just told a joke. Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel like the director, Taika Waititi, I've butchered man's name, but it's cool. I feel like he did a good job with balancing the tone, it being funny, but also being serious and having like stakes at the time. Like this movie does have stakes, and yeah, you'll see what happens.
Again, direction phenomenal. Wasn't expected. I mean, we got the trailers, we got the color palette. Like we knew we kind of saw where we were going, but again, the whole direction and what you've just mentioned was well delivered. So I'm kind of pleased with that.
I'd say everything like kind of was on point with that. Like the pacing was good. That kind of kept with the tone at the same time. So like you're saying, the way it would bounce from one kind of pace to another, it never felt choppy in any kind of sense, and it all kind of flowed really, really well. So when it went from telling the story to action sequences to emotional parts, you never felt like one bit was out of place at some points. It always felt like it was always a good flowing story.
Yeah, it was good pacing, man. While
you're saying flowing, one thing that I thought was really good as well is the action is, now I want to pick my words carefully. The action is directed very well. Like we've seen Thor use his hammer before, but they use different camera angles, different like just different things that make it look brand new, exciting, and like stuff that we've never seen before. Even though I've seen that move in 3 different movies, I've never seen it like that. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so I thought That was super legit the way he did that.
See, when you just said that, my glasses just got foggy for a second, fam, because she's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. And just like you said it, man, you've seen it so many times, but never like this. Like, I can't even explain it without spoiling it. But hands down, man, I loved how they did that, how they delivered that, man. And this movie has done things that we've never seen in any Marvel movie, and I'm so pleased that we got it. I guess because it's Thor and I haven't really enjoyed the other movies, that we got it here, that kind of made me enjoy the movie a lot more. So yeah, man, it was peak. It was peak.
That's what I liked about the action. Like, you watch 4-1, actually pretty decent, it's pretty good. 4-2, then they kind of fell off. Like, the action there was probably non-existent. No, in fact, it was non-existent. And then number 3, the levels went up. Like, it was, like you guys were saying, next level. The camera angle, everything was pretty good. It was on point.
From the beginning.
And they kind of took cues from, not like, you know, American movies where it's all in your face and it's shaky cam, all that nonsense. The camera angles, the cinematography, everything was all on point. That's what I loved about it. Really good.
That stuff banged. So what? Have you guys got any other like just positives that you just want to throw out?
One more positive.
Yeah, I got one more positive as well, man.
They dumped all over the Dark World. I was laughing at every single point they had. Did you guys not notice that?
Go on.
I don't remember the movie, so I'm good, bro.
They dumped it in the first 10 minutes in the movie.
I can't remember.
A certain cameo was in the movie. They were dumping no? Certain cameo?
I don't remember the first two, so I'm good.
There's a certain cameo where they did something and then thank you. I didn't want to say too much.
You shouldn't even brought this up, but yeah, there was yes.
Yeah, see, they dumped it in that part, and then there was another part which I can't remember, but they dumped in it again. That's it. In fact, it was when Hela was coming back, and certain characters got a little something. So they kind of dumped in them again. I was like, they wanted to annihilate that.
Yeah, they did take shots at For the Dark World.
And that's what I loved about it. That's why I'm positive.
That was also good. Alright, we're gonna move on to some of the negatives now. So, start with me. You go ahead, man. You start.
Negatives.
Raven always struggles with negatives.
Not at all. Because you know what? To me, it's easy to pick up the negatives. Although it's part of the positive, but I felt that it was a bit too much. It was just too much jokes for me. Too much jokes. Yeah, there's a few things I picked up that was like, oh, okay, like a bit of a plot hole, but not even a plot hole, just exaggeration, but too much laughing. At some point you was just like, okay, can we move away from that now? Okay, I've been laughing a bit too much now.
Let me jump on this with you. Okay, I don't think there's too much laughing, but I feel like there's some jokes that they had that they tried to they dragged out too long. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that they just tried.
I could feel the joke coming, and I was just like not interested at that point. I was not interested in the joke, and you could see it coming as well. But it's just like, all right, cool. Like,
there's lots of good humor, but there's also like lots of bait telegraphed humor as well. You get me? I think that's the kind of hardest humor to deal with, because it's like, we see, like you're saying, we see the joke coming. Do you know what I'm saying?
And don't get me wrong, people were laughing in cinema out loud, like proper cracking up, and we did as well.
Yeah.
But even the ones when I was quiet, they were still cracking up. Right. So it could be just me, but it's just.
It just seems like they were trying to make too many like major punches on like the jokes and stuff. And like you said, if it was too much, then you love that one joke. You're trying to make another joke on top of that, and then another joke on top of that. It's like you're swinging way too much now. You're swinging way too much, so you're gonna miss a lot.
Do you have any other negatives besides the?
That's probably about major negative that I think that came. Oh wait, and it's kind of weird because the CGI in this movie is actually like really good, but there were some parts where you knew they were on a green screen. I was like, that looks dodgy. It was 2017 as well.
There's only it's one specific location.
We know
it's one specific location that you're like, they're not standing there.
Yeah.
They're not. We know they're not there. Like,
And I think there's a reason for that as well, but you'd have to watch the movie to kind of understand why that kind of happened.
so, oh my word, I forgot. Now, we was live on Instagram before we went on the movies, and every prediction. Oh, okay, I can't say that. But there was a cameo in the movie. That I predicted. The Doctor Strange. Well, we knew he was going to be in the movie, Doctor Strange. But I also said that he was going to have a cameo in it. Yeah. He has the perfect cameo in the movie.
Oh yeah.
He's in the movie. I don't know if this is a spoiler or not. Is it a spoiler? I don't think it's a spoiler.
It's in the trailer.
Yeah, it's in the trailer. Like, he's in the movie for a solid 3 minutes, but it's a good, solid 3 minutes. It's exactly what I wanted. Like, hi, I'm Doctor Strange. Yes, if you haven't seen my movie, this is what I do and this is who I am. I'm not in this movie. I'm not very important to it, but I'm here and I'm out. Boom. Love that. Yeah. Now let me get back to the negatives. Now, there's one character in this movie that I feel like that they betrayed through this whole Thor franchise. Do you know what I'm saying? And you'll have to watch the movie to see it. But there's certain things I don't like when you're adding new history to like a story, and it kind of makes someone look bad who you thought was somewhere else. Do you know what I'm saying? I just don't like stuff like that. I think it works in the movie and it is good, but me personally, it kind of hurt my soul just a little bit. And you'll see what I'm talking about when you watch the movie. So, other negatives, low key.
It used to be forgettable now.
Yeah, like it's not that he was bad in the movie. He was like as good as he's been.
He's low-key.
But he was just kind of like
your Thor's here, we need low-key.
Yeah, like I was more interested in every other character except for him. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he did the same thing he's done in every other movie. Everyone else had evolved. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Thor's evolved, Hulk's evolved, that female character, we just met her.
But that's kind of explained in the movie, no?
It is explained in the movie, but if Thor's evolved in the 4 movies we've seen him, Loki should at least evolve in the 4 movies we've seen him. Just a little bit. Like, bruv, you can't be the same Loki you was in when I met you in 4-1 8 years ago.
Okay.
That's how.
Cool. Okay. That's the thing. It's spoilers free, bro. I can't die. But it's cool, man. It's cool.
Like you said, this guy's character, innit? Like.
But yeah, there were times we was like, here comes Loki. So, okay, Loki.
He was just bridging gaps.
About to do.
He was just doing his job. He was just bridging gaps. That's what he was doing.
Yeah.
Magic trick, disappear. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we get it. Alright, cool. Anyway, guys, look, man. Let's round this up. Like, final thoughts, and let's go. Final thoughts.
All right, final thoughts. I thought it was a good movie. Finally, Thor has. It was not in top 10, unfortunately, but it's a good Thor movie compared to
top 10 in the MCU.
MCU. No,
there's only 15 movies. There's about 16 of them. It doesn't make the top 10. You can't think of 6 worst.
We have to do
that's got to be a whole different video.
Man, we have to do a video on that. But it's a good movie. If you like Thor, you must watch it. If you're into MCU, it's a good watch. I'll say it's a must see.
You said must see?
Not must see, but
no. You said must see. No. Don't retract it. Don't retract it.
That's how you feel.
Don't retract it.
That's how you feel.
It's a must see.
I said go see it. Go see it.
Oh no, it's a go see. It's not a must see.
It's not a must see, but it's a go see.
It's a go see.
That's what I meant to say. Go see. Go see it.
Now, I think it's a good movie. Whether you like Thor or not, I think it's a good movie. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're into comic book movies in general, go watch this. It's fun. You'll have a good laugh. You'll see some interesting things. You'll see some action you haven't seen before. I'm going to jump on the same bandwagon as Mr. Blitztech, and I'm going to be like, I definitely think it's a go-see. If you do miss this movie and you watch the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you'll probably not miss anything. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I think it's a go-see, not a must-see. But I do like it, and I would recommend. I'm getting it on Blu-ray.
Not the best Marvel movie, but perhaps the most enjoyable Marvel movie I've seen so far. And I would say, I mean, if you're into...
What do you mean about enjoyable? What does that mean? What does that mean?
The whole.
Like you just enjoyed it. Just enjoyed
like,
it.
yeah, it was a fun movie to watch. Like it made me laugh. Like it's enjoyable. Like it was, you know. So it's not the best.
I didn't know you had that emotion. That's why.
It's not. Look at him. I can't deal with this. But anyway, guys, if you're into the whole MCU, definitely go see, man. You're not missing anything. On the other side, you're actually going to enjoy this movie a lot.
So that's 3 go-sees.
Damn right, man. You can't listen.
I'm just saying, we agreed on the same score. Alright, guys, look. I'm Joe, I'm Further the Cyber Nerd.
I'm Raven your GS.
I'm Sam, Mr. Blister.
This is our review of Thor Ragnarok. Now, guys, if you want a spoilers review, all you've got to do is go into the comment section below and say, guys, I want a spoilers review. I want you to talk about everything that happens in the movie. All of those things that you was dodging, I want you to talk about. We will do that for you if we get enough comments if we get enough comments in the section below saying to do that. Before you leave, make sure you hit subscribe, like, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, follow us everywhere at the Cyber Nerds, and we'll see you on the next video. Hell Hydra.
Peace.